Oh, and I'm playing 3 times speed, so the tractor's or the mower's already been out for 20 minutes. And he's made his first lap. Okay, let's see how well I do doing it this way, shall we? Oh. Fortunately, I remember to fill up the silage additive tank before, or when we last used this. Because it just occurred to me as I started pulling away, oh, did I fill that up? Yes, it's full. It's good. From what I remember doing this, although again these fields aren't going to be the greatest. They've already been cut once, so pH is probably a little bit low. They all need ploughed. That's going to be a thing. I'll probably get the 870 out with the Grassland subsoiler to plough these fields, or to work these fields, so that they don't need ploughed for next year. But that'll be working a field behind where I'm collecting. And then that's all I'm doing on these fields. Then line spreading will happen on the 2 grass fields that we have. And we are full. So yeah, this is hectic time of year again. Obviously the barley's fine now. We can leave that until it's time to get the harvester out. But all the grass fields that need to be ploughed will need to have the subsoiler put through it behind the axion. And then the field that is directly in front of us will need to be limed along with the grass field that we just bought, 102 I believe. So busy times after we're finished with the mowing and collecting. Also not sure this bunker silo is big enough for all the grass. However, I'm not going to buy another one until I'm sure of that. Right now, all I want is we'll unload as much as we can in this field, in this clamp. And really, I'm guessing we're going to get more in it than we did in the old clamps, in spite of the fact this is a little bit shorter. It's got a back wall, so we can butt right up against it and not worry about leaking out the back, he says, as it leaks out the back. Yeah, these bunkers are a little bit thing. Oh, we're empty already. Well, that was fun. So that's 50,000. Should be able to get close to 150,000 across the back wall. And then if we're only coming in that far, there's going to be a lot of space in that clamp. So I'm okay with this so far. And then closer to the end of the day, we'll do another check on the store. If we're lucky, something might come up that would make a good replacement for the Renault, which would then mean I can use that to bring the spreader back. It's not as big as I'd like, but I don't think that matters. And of course, our fields, I am going to be making sure we get as much of the corners as we can. Problem is this kit is huge, and so biting its way into the corners is not easy. Don't notice any problems, thank you. But if we don't cut the edges, then our field looks weird when it comes to fertilising and all the rest of the stuff. Oh. Mower's already on the road, so we're going to have to take up from the mower shortly. Oh, I might need to send someone down to the store to get me more silage additive. I'm not sure how much I have on hand. So I guess we'll see that as we go. First lap was a little thicker than the second lap. Looks like the second lap is practically the size of the trailer. In fact, not even. Into the third headland already. Okay. Oh. And there's the big M. Oh. Ah, these hedges. I think I've already got a chainsaw. I can't remember why I bought it. There was some reason. But if I do, I might start editing some of the hedgerows around our fields to make it a little bit more convenient for us to get these tasks done. Again, I keep saying it, maybe before next week's episode, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so now we back it into this corner. And get that unloaded. So, what was I going to look up? Yes, we have a chainsaw. So we have a chainsaw, and oh, I was going to look up field prices. Plus 24%. So the price on these fields has come down. It's still scary expensive. I mean, that wipes out everything but 10,000. That wipes out more than we have. That wipes out more than we have. So we could afford that one, but we'd only have £10,000 left, and we have to pay the worker as we go. Still, this is going to be an absolute ton of income for the farm now, with all the silage that we have around. And it may be, I might just say, I don't care how much those fields are worth, we will incorporate them into the farm and actually increase our income as we go. I could look at some of the arable fields. The problem is the arable fields in general are already planted. And so it's a lot more difficult to get them to ideal harvesting state when, oh, there's not enough pH, there's not enough other stuff. You can't weed it because you already did that. Or yeah, it's grown too far. Looks like the mower finished. I should jump out. Well, it's just... I'll go for a full tank load here, and then before we head back to the barn, I'll grab the mower and finish off the bits of the fields it didn't really do. So third headland's much sharper than we can cope with here. The Renault's good for that, and even the Axion 870's good for that as well. But that's what I was talking about, cutting the edges on this, or cutting the corners on this field. I could do it, but I'm not sure I can get this equipment into the corner, because the tractor's long, it's got a weight at the front which I can't remove, so I can't get it shorter. And it's also the trailer is very long too. I don't think even doing it this way is going to help. But if I can get that field just to the south of 102, I'll start chopping the trees down. Is it the first one or the second one? If I can get some of those some of those fields around the farm, I'll start opening up the yard to have a little more access into them. Which will make it easier for us to get about, but that's next year. And the other thing with grass is I can treat it at any time I want to. I don't have to wait until spring or whenever. We'll be running around and fertilizing all of these anyway. And then all the rest of the stuff. How am I doing? Is this going to get me to 50? Yes. No. Yes, yes. Alrighty, let's go jump in the mower. Which way is that? That worked. Engine on. Unfold and lower. Clear the doodad. Oops, lower. And see how easy this is. I mean, obviously the turn radius on this is something else. But it's not a turn radius that the Zerion can match with that big trailer. Sometimes having a small collecting wagon, you can get more stuff in it, or you can collect more stuff. It just takes more trips to do it. That's lights. There we go. Light up like a Christmas tree, and then we can get all this done. So in general, I'm still not going all the way into the edge. There's still a tuft of grass there that I missed. But I've pulled the grass away from the corner, and I don't think I could get a reasonable cut round that the trailer can pick up on. So that's one. I wonder if I can do that again, because that corner's more than 90 degrees, so it's a little more difficult to get around it. We'll call that good enough. Alrighty, so next field's big. I don't think it's going to be, again, a very good yield. I mean, this is fairly mediocre when it comes to it. This one here. Oh, 51,000. I don't think I've got 1,199,000, whatever. I think this is lifetime. Show total values. Value since last reset. Oh, that's forever. Yeah, I have never reset that field, so it's difficult to say. I should probably start thinking about that. Too close to the edge there, and again, rear wheel steer doesn't let me get off the hedge. Like driving a boat, you get closer before you get further away. Okay, you're in there. And we'll get him started again. Let's generate. Back. And away you go. Well, he seems to... I guess he thinks the weather's the light, the rain, the sunlight has made it sufficient. So he's off. And we're on our way back. Getting into that field's going to be difficult. I might take the chainsaw to the hedge down here. Just make things so much easier. Okay, this is load 3, so that's 150,000 already. So, nice. Did I give it enough room? Oh yeah. It only thinks I've got 96 there, so I've already lost 4,000 out the back of this. Ah well. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, I'm going to swing by the shed, see what we've got in the way of silage additive. Oh, tiny amount. We have 17 litres. That's more than this will take in one tank. Okay, that's fine. So there's still at least another 10 on there, plus a little bit. If we refill every time we come back. See where we end up. Okay, so the reason I want to open up the field to our right is because I cannot turn from here 180 degrees into that field. Even 90 degrees is difficult, so it's just going to be easier to create a new entrance. Are we collecting? We are collecting. Let's go. Really not sure how many loads we're going to get from here now. Obviously the headlands were approximately 3. Yeah, see, we really can't control that turn steep enough to make that. Okay. Although that said, this does have a very good pickup when compared with our round baler. So I am picking up a lot of this. Maybe we'll run down here now. Oh, that was the end of the inner headland that I didn't get to do because the mower was in the way. Yes. Okay, run down here, we'll grab that, and I think reasonably good to start the rows at this point. Or not. Reminds me. Actually, kind of made a mess of that. Doesn't matter.